And we are about to get underway. David Smith, the 33-year-old American, will get this first match for both these two teams underway. And he needs to find his range. Really pumped up for that one and pushed it very deep indeed. So Smith will sit down as Luke Perry, the libero, will come in. And it's Kevin LaRue. Whenever there's votes for best middle blocker in a competition and Kevin LaRue's in it, he is going to be very, very high among the contenders. Schultz gets the win, far side. An early success for Damian Schultz, who will need a lot of those tonight if Asseco Resovia are going to pull off the victory here. Really nice reverse set. Schultz timed his move. Isaac tried to fly over there to help Sada, couldn't get there in time. Schultz will now serve. Sends in a dipper. That is well handled, picked up nicely, back court by Mika. Rossar can't get a winner. The sting taken out of it by Fernando, and then the sting coming from Isaac, rising high, finishing the job. Well, that was where Rossar looked to get the job finished, couldn't do it. Once the sting had been taken out of the ball by the block, it was just a question of who was going to get the put away. Fernando with serve, not particularly well handled. Schultz won't get a winner from there, not that deep. And there is a winner there though for Sada, so the American making his presence felt early on the Brazilian side of the net. Just a little bit of craft and guile there, doing enough to get past Marcin Modjanek. Fernando will continue with serve. Rossar handles that, and they'll try and bring that in from deep, and Mika didn't have the best play on that. Talking about a good play, what about Evandro driving through there, straight at Kawika Shoji, who managed to get underneath him but could get no control, and just look at the venom. Well, that's a brilliant pickup from Fernando defensively. And then Evandro driving it cross court. So good D and good offense, all in the same package there, as Fernando continues these sizzling serves. Rossar can't find another winner. Yes, he can. They needed that. It looked for a moment as though they were going to get the sting out of this spike from Rossar. But Rodriguinho could not keep it in play. Back court. So side out, and Rossar will serve. Sada Cruzeiro with the early breakthrough. Rossar really goes for those, picked up by Rodriguinho brilliantly, and then driven by Taylor Sander with authority, and that's side out. Sada Cruzeiro. That's a sickener all the way around for Asseco Resovia. The serve was terrific, brilliant pickup from Rodriguinho, and then three-man block in place, and nobody could get near Sander's finish. Rossar handles service reception. Schultz gets blocked out of it. Rossar picks that up. And that is finished off by Modjanek. And their skipper has got to make some offensive plays as well as defensive plays at the net. Well, there's one on the offensive side of the ledger. Marcelo Mendez watches on. So too Jorge Cretu, as these early exchanges will give both coaches an idea of what their team is capable of doing. Marcin Modjanek will continue with serve. Picked up nicely by Sander. Isaac gets blocked out of it. David Smith comes in with the "don't bring it here" block. Well, you'd take Isaac 9 times out of 10 there, but that was the 10th. Smith spread himself. Got a little bit of fortune, but you make your own luck. Modjanek will continue. Sander handles service reception once again. Now, is that going to be picked up? Schultz just about gets there. Mika. All the sting got taken out of that, so they can reset again, and they do reset in some style, or do they? No. Well, oh yes, there it is. The foot anywhere on that line is an instant foot fault on the attack hit. Modjanek then will continue. Isaac Drives it at Schultz, who looks at himself as if to say, I could have had a piece of that, but that was coming at him. Hard and fast, and it would have been something very special to dig that one out. So Isaac really swinging through there. Not going to get blocked off again. Side out then. Isaac Santos will continue with serve. Oh, it's a beauty. Mika's done really well. Can he finish the job? No, he can't. He gets blocked out. Well, after that tremendous recovery, Mika was hoping to be able to finish it, but the block was there. Kevin LaRue making his point early. That won't be the first time Kevin LaRue wins a block point. Isaac again aims for the roof with his ball toss. Picked up by Perry. Smith with the touch. Tried to find mid-court. Sada managed to get something on that, but there's another chance for the Poles here. Mika goes for touch and gets away with it. Managed to steer it off the block. It's a clever play this from Mika. But he got his luck. It was certainly going out. And then the elbow of Evandro steered it out. Well, that's Kawika Shoji driving in. How close was that? Evandro back to serve, 8-6. Sada Cruzeiro. Perry picks that up. And Smith finishes the job. That sends Mateusz Mika back to serve. The Poles looking for one more point on serve to draw level. Will they get it here? Not if Evandro has anything to do with it, and that was just too hot for the block. Well, they got plenty on it, but when it's coming at you at that speed, control, that's another story. Rodriguinho. Mika handles that. Rossar's pushed it too long. Didn't miss by an awful lot, but miss it did. And that helps Sada Cruzeiro open up a gap here, and Rossar, faced with the block, has just put a bit too much on it. So Rodriguinho will continue then with Sada Cruzeiro up by 3. Rossar was blocked absolutely brilliantly by Taylor Sander. And it wasn't the best service reception, it has to be said, from Rossar. And that was a nasty one to try and pick up. And Schultz in a one-on-one duel with Sander. And it's the American that comes out on top of that one. And that causes Georgi Cretu to say, right, timeout. Suffering already on the Asseco Resovia sideline.
It's not necessary that you get so high jump there. Important the quality, how the ball is arriving, you know, because you're running quite long. Sandesh more stable on these situations. Now after the timeout, guys, let's watch also the third ball, the short years.
Well, the timing of that timeout probably just about right, because there is still time to claw this back. Well, a 4-point deficit at this level is very, very hard to drag back. They can't let it grow any wider. They've got to force a side out here. And Rodriguinho brings it when he serves. There's another sizzler. Mika gets hold of that one. Rossar can't beat Serginho back court. Sander goes cross court effectively. And the Sada Cruzeiro bandwagon rolls on. As comfortable as you like. Fernando saying, where do you want it? Sander saying, right there will do, thank you very much. So Rodriguinho doesn't want to give up his position in the rotation at server, that's for sure. There's another one. Perry picks that one up beautifully. Rossar sends one deep. Side out at last. Mojonek comes back in to do a bit of blocking. We'll take a look at the angle again, taken by Thibaut Rossard. Now Smith with the high ball toss. Picked up by Serginho. And then they take it far side. Well, that's too good once again from Taylor Sander, who's having some real fun. It's big hitting here from Taylor Sander early. Now LaRue. Perry gets a piece of that. Ooh, that's a miss. Well, Marcin Mojonek would love to have that one back. Well, this first set is pretty much gone. And LaRue will continue with serve, like most of the big guys. He's not a devastating server. He nets on that occasion, but anytime you can get a point on a middle blocker's serve, you'll take it as a bonus. So side out brings Damian Schultz back into play. Schultz goes long. Decision to be made there by Rodriguinho, and he got out of the way. Well, the decision was the right one. So Fernando. They went for the pipe attack, but Mika had something taken off that. And then Sander had plenty taken off his. Well, they want a call, but they're not going to get it, but they'll get the point anyway. Marcin Mojonek made sure of that. Never quite had control of the point there, Sada Cruzeiro. Sander blocked out of it. I think that's where they wanted a lift, the fans. That call didn't come, and it was academic anyway as Mojonek put it away. So Rossard back to serve for Asseco Resovia. Very high ball toss. Oh, and what a serve, an ace, swirling and dipping, and horrible for Rodriguinho to try and handle there. This had a bit of everything. There was speed to go with all that top spin. The ball moving horribly. And Rodriguinho just couldn't get it under control. Not many would have been able to do much better than that. So can Rossard find a few more of those? He's going for one. Well, this time it's Serginho just putting it up for play. They'll get a chance to put this back with Mika. The block takes the sting out of it, though. Serginho setting up Sander, who's pushed it. Well, he hasn't miscued too often here, Taylor Sander, but that was one of them. The court was at his mercy there. And rather surprisingly, Marcelo Mendes decides to call a timeout there, just as Asseco Resovia start to claw it back. I say surprisingly, the surprise was that Taylor Sander pushed one as deep as he did. That's what's caused this timeout.
Sacó una para 5 por la Forche. La Forche va en un medio de la cuadra. Es centralizado, fechado a jugar esa bola centralizada, galera. Estamos y preparados para resolver un ataque en un pase quebrado. Estamos.
It's still a comfortable lead Sada Cruzeiro have here. But Marcelo Mendes, who's seen it all before, doesn't like the look of what's coming back at him from Asseco Resovia. So as much as anything, that was done just to break the momentum of the other team. Well, let's see what it's done to the Rossard serve, which has been pretty good. That's another vicious one straight at Rodriguinho, and you're not pulling those back either. That was dropping into the bottom corner, and there was nothing he could do about it. The ball goes out of shot, and look what it does when it comes back into shot. The spin on that. So Rossar is single-handedly dragging his team back into a first set that looked dead and buried. Rodriguinho handles that one okay, and then Sada comes in and gets a nice angle straight at his fellow American Kawika Shoji, and that's a side out. Sada Cruzeiro were waiting for. They stay in control of this first set. They get Rossar and his serves out of there. Sada serves Rossar. Comes over on first touch. That could be trouble, and is. It usually is when you overpass on service reception. Isaac finishing the job. And that is George Kretu saying, time for us to take a time out here. Hasn't given this first set up yet.
When he's coming into the perfect situations, you remember that he's late. It's not necessary to commit so early. Wait him, and then you go with the hands. Because if you go first, then it's possible to have a change. Maybe he's going for aggressive float over the time, or no? Mostly, what are you running?
So it's a 4-point differential again. And Sada Cruzeiro stay in front. Can Asseco Resovia get another burst of points on serve? Well, they'll get an opportunity right here as Taylor Sander nets off the back of the timeout. And it's Marcin Modzonek, the 33-year-old skipper, all 2 meters 11 of him, with serve. That's a sneaky one. Not much of a play there for Serginho, other than to put it over. And Mika has to finish that job, and does. Gets a touch on the way through the cross-court. Oh, this all came off that rather sneaky serve from Marcin Modzonek. It was swirling away. Oh, can he find another one? Looking in the direction of Isaac, but it's Serginho who will pick that up. Sander, cross court. Side out. Isaac. Up next to serve after that winner. That was a big, aggressive one, and there's a sigh of relief, I think, on the other side of the court as Isaac nets. That keeps Asseco Resovia well in touch here. Just a couple of points in arrears. Shoji. Rodriguinho handles that one. He's got another chance to finish the job here, but it's not going to happen because Damian Schultz was in full rejection mode. That's a big block point. It gets Resovia right back into this. Well, yeah, David Smith alongside him, and Damian Schultz didn't need him. That was all his own work. So, Kawika Shoji will continue with serve, looking to level it up here. Not going to get it there, Kevin LaRue. So we've not seen much of as an offensive weapon. Well, we saw plenty of him there. Anytime you can give the middle blocker a quick set, that is generally what will happen. So, Sada Cruzeiro keep noses in front here as Evandro drops back. It didn't miss by much. They're going to challenge that? I don't think they are. There's some thoughts that Marcelo Mendes might be getting some word from his players that that's worth a challenge. And they've decided, well, let's gamble on this one. And they've lost. I think he was short, I think the coach was short, I think the players were short. And they probably won't do that again. Mateusz Mika looking to level it up. Sada handles that. They'll send it over near side, but that is good enough from Evandro. And Sada Cruzeiro keep their slim advantage. Lovely reverse set. Fernando's coming up with some beautiful sets tonight. Keeping that Asseco Resovia defensive scheme guessing. Rodriguinho, who's been on the end of some wicked serves, with a chance to send a serve in of his own here. Really nicely picked up. And Rosado blocked out of it. Well, it was Leroux and Fernando there together. And it was Leroux, of course, coming up with it. He's only just getting warmed up, Kevin Leroux. That's a worrying sign for Asseco Resovia. Rodriguinho will continue. He nets side out. So David Smith serving at 19-21. Nicely handled by Felipe. Smith just has to hang that up there for Schultz, who had a lot to do there. Mika picks it up, though. They'll send it back to Schultz. Picked up by Serginho. Evandro pushes it way long. Now, he's saying there's a touch there. All of them are saying it. So you know that's going to get challenged. Well, anytime players react like that, they've seen something, and that something might well be the middle finger of Marcin Modzonek. All 2 meters and 11 of him. If he was 2 meters 10, that is a point for Asseco Resovia. But that looked like it took a fingernail on the way through. You saw the reaction of the players, and there's confirmation. That's a tough break for Marcin Modzonek. And Asseco Resovia. And again, you can always trust player reactions. When they know like that, they know. And when all of them respond at the same time, a coach will back them every time. Kevin Leroux then will serve at 22-19. That was worth an aggressive one, inside out. Huge pressure now on whoever is serving for Asseco Resovia. It just happens to be Damien Schultz up next in the rotation. It's picked up by Felipe. Fernando will send it behind him again, and Evandro will try and send it down the line. Perry kept to the line, but Rossard had no play. That was just spinning away from the Frenchman before he could get anything on it. And Sada Cruzeiro have a bit of comfort again. Fernando serves Rossard. They'll send it over far side to Schultz. Rossard picks that up. Modzonek is blocked out of it. And they got there in the end of the third attempt. Thibaut Rossard, despite Serginho's efforts in the backcourt, they stay alive. And the big news for Asseco Resovia, as we see there, solid defensive work on both sides, and then Rossard gets the finish. Rossard, the deadly server, is up next for Asseco. This is do or die time for them. A couple of points here, and we're all square. Rossard really went for that. And he had to. But it's set point Sada Cruzeiro. Out goes Felipe. Rodriguinho comes back in. And Taylor Sada will serve next. At set point. Mika. Is that just delaying the inevitable, though? It keeps Asseco Resovia alive. Beautifully executed. Well, Marcin Modzonek managed to conjure up a sneaky serve and win a point on it last time he was up. Can he find another couple here? Serginho handles that. And they'll send it to Rodriguinho, who's pushed it too long. So once again, the skipper's come up with a point on serve, and Rodriguinho will be really disappointed with himself. And somehow got to sneak through the block without taking a touch. Although they are going to challenge it, just to see if there is anything there. It did look almost impossible for that to slip through without some form of contact. Jorge Cretu will certainly be hoping there was no contact. Well, these fans certainly will. Well, there you go, no touch. The more you see of it, the more you think that's impossible, and he still can't believe it. Marcelo Mendes, there's no way. They stay alive. Modzonek will serve, but after a Marcelo Mendes timeout.
Vamos a centralizar, Vamos a centralizar la bola, así podemos rodar también por un medio. Vamos a la primera bola centralizada, saque más 6-1. Atención en un medio de la cuadra.
Marcin Modzonek is serving right in the area where the drummers are banging away, where all the fans are standing and clapping. Still set point down, and Isaac makes sure Sada Cruzeiro secure the first set. That was hard work, though. Really interesting first set as well. 25-23. The South Americans have taken it, but Asseco Resovia pushed them hard. So getting ready to start the second set then. Kevin LaRue will serve first for Sada Cruzeiro. The Brazilians securing that first set, looking for a fourth gold of the Men's Club World Championship to add to the ones they achieved in 2013, 2015 and 2016. Marcin Modzonek is having a conversation at the chair before we get underway. Now, the team captain is entitled to do that, as long as it is respectful, to request some clarification. That was certainly respectful from Modzonek. And he's relaying whatever he was told back to his coach, who's acknowledged the chair as well. And we can now get underway with Kevin LaRue. It's a nasty one. Mika's done well to handle that, and it's put away beautifully as well. Well, Thibaut Rossard had some ups and downs in terms of his outside hitting in that first set against this Sada Cruzeiro defense. That was a big upswing. Here's Damian Schultz, a World Championship winner back in September for Poland. Oh, that one dropped. Yeah, what a clever serve that was from Damian Schultz. They were in all sorts of trouble. Everybody's saying, well, where's this going? In the end, it's Rodriguinho that has to just take responsibility, and the overpass sets up the clean put away for Rosar. That's an unexpected gift, and that's such a clever serve. Yeah, will he mix it up here, Schultz? That one died over the net. That one was looking for the corner, the edge. Sada was there, read it all the way, and Sada finished the job, scrubbing it off the block. That was one American using another American to make his point. Ika Shoji will touch. Here's Fernando. Rosar handles that. Schultz, the block effective. Takes the sting out of it. Allows Cruzeiro to try and set it up. And a miss down the line. Well, well, well. Well, you won't get many of these. But Evandro Rosar. Oh, that's another overpass. Rodriguinho's having some problems here. And that has been punished, as it has to be punished. Marcin Modzonek says, you can have that back. Well, they're really going after the Sada Cruzeiro number 11, Rodriguinho. Rosar sends that one too deep, but it's a very positive start, this, from Asseco Resovia. Here's Sada looking to try and cut this deficit. Just a couple of points, and it's very early. But Sada Cruzeiro weren't chasing in the first set. They're chasing here. Rosar manages to handle it. Shoji gives Schultz an opportunity, but it was a tough kill from there. Nice bit of blocking work there as well. Now, whether Marcin Modzonek actually got anything on that or whether it was an automatic net, Asseco Resovia won't care. Did it net? Yes, it did. Taylor Sanders says, yeah. Take responsibility for that. Modzonek skims the net. Sada collected. And then that's put away. Evandro won't be missing too many of those. Yeah, really nicely done there, Mateusz Mika. Marcelo Mendes, I'm sure, knew this was going to be a bit of a battle. Evandro. Rosar handles that, and it's put away nicely by Smith. Beautifully set. Shoji, quick set, quick put away. LaRue couldn't get a touch. Rodriguinho could get a touch, and a good one. But still, it's Sada Cruzeiro chasing here. Can Rodriguinho give them something? Nope. So that keeps the pressure on the South Americans. They can't afford to give up any more points on the Polish serve. And a point on serve is exactly what David Smith is looking for right here. Nice pickup from Rodriguinho. That's a terrific block. Schultz and Modzonek combining to neutralize Taylor Sander. Now, who got the contact? No way through, and it was a pinball. Schultz to Modzonek. See you later. This is a useful lead. The home side are building up here. It's still early as Felipe checks in for Sada Cruzeiro. Smith nets. And it is send for the captain time then for Sada Cruzeiro, with Felipe coming back in. Kevin LaRue. Rossard picks that one up, but he's going to have to do an awful lot of... Wow, that's absolutely brilliant. Oh, my goodness. What a hit. Well, you don't score many from that kind of range. Well, Modzonek with an amazing rescue, and Rossard from there has managed to conjure up a winner. No question about whether it was in or out. That's a real bonus. And Asseco Resovia continue to pull away here. Here's Schultz. And that's more trouble. Sander couldn't handle a swirling serve from Damian Schultz. Well, the promise they showed at the end of the first set has been carried over here into the second set, and Asseco Resovia got some real bounce about him. Marcelo Mendes has seen enough of this. He's called a timeout.
Para poder jugar en ataque mejor. Si no centralizamos un pase, estamos complicados, galera. Centralizar, tentar jugar en medio. Si no gritan de salir de bloqueo, bloqueen. Vamos, centralizar.
In control of this second set, looking to level it up. Oh, wow. He's found a little hole there, Damian Schultz. Actually a big gap. But that, absolutely brilliant from Schultz. If you can find the line like that, you're going to win a lot of points. And the gap just grows wider and wider here. Schultz serves Sander, and Isaac has had enough of that. Well, once that was picked up by Sander, there was only one outcome. Quick set, and Isaac finishing the job. The quick set came from Fernando, who will now serve. Schultz denied by Fernando. They'll send it far side, and Evandro wasn't going to be denied, that's for sure. And a 6-point lead has shrunk to a 4-point lead. It can happen very quickly. Sada Cruzeiro on the charge here. Now, will the charge keep going? Fernando. No, it won't. That almost crept over the net. Well, that's what Fernando was looking to do, just sneak one in there. Half a millimetre might have done it. But here's the good news for Asseco Resovia, and potentially the bad news for Sada Cruzeiro. Thibaut Rossard, this dazzling French server, is up next. That's an overpass, and that is punished. but that is all on the quality of the serve. It is full red alert when he's serving. Sada thought he'd done a nice job there, and he did, but it went over the net. Mateusz Mika was waiting. Can Rossar find another? Serginho handles that. Evandro blocked out of it. Well, this set was gone. Well, Evandro had to win that one. He just had to. And it was Shoji, of all people, getting up there. Had some help, but it was Shoji's touch. Don't think he needed his skipper. Well, Marcelo Mendes feels the need to call the timeout here. You can understand why, looking at that scoring pattern.
Sí, tenemos que jugarla no medio de la cuadra, jugar una bola, dejarla no medio de la cuadra y trabajar en ataque y voltar las veces que es necesario, galera. Tenemos que seguir jugando. No tenemos que ficar, uy, nos hicieron punto de saque que no podemos resolver. Dejamos no medio de la cuadra y trabajamos en ataque.
Well, Marcelo Mendes will be hoping that that might just break Thibaut Rossard's momentum. Let's see. Serginho handles it again. That's coming back, but it's going out. Nevertheless, another devastating little burst of serves from Thibaut Rossard. Helps give Asseco Resovia control of this second set. Isaac will claim the winner. Sada will serve. It's picked up by Rossard on the receiving end this time, and Mika gets blocked out of it. Isaac wasn't having anything, was he? Isaac said, I know where this is going. But there was a Brazilian blue wall in front of Mika there. Sada. Yeah, that one was all wrong the moment it left the fist. Lovely bit of setting there, really good creative stuff. Yeah, tough to defend that. Loves sending it behind, doesn't he? And the put away was there despite the best efforts of David Smith. So, Sada Cruzeiro looking to claw their way back into this one. Isaac, Perry, Schultz. It's just push and hope from Mika. He looked behind him, knew exactly where Evandro was, and Fernando laid it on a plate for him. And that's enough for George Cretu to say a 4-point lead. That's not as good as a 6-point lead. Let's slow this down right here.
And also some from the last serves, they were real long here. Another thing, on opposite front line here, this position too doesn't need to follow. Stay away, he doesn't have the height to go over or something, but we have to take these touches, you know. Don't go anymore inside, wait long for the block touches. Also now it was between. Right, let's go. Let's go.
Well, it's still Sada Cruzeiro that's the team under pressure. They're going to claw back 4 points on serve. But this is Asseco Resovia's set to toss away here. Unless Isaac can do something about it. Which he can't. Kawika Shoji up next. Serginho deals with that. The pipe attack repelled from Sada, but are they going to get a play on here? No, it comes back. Cruzeiro will look to finish it with Leroux, who can't. Fernando will have to send it to Evandro. That's picked up as well. Really sterling defensive work. Brilliant. They got there in the end. Mateusz Mika will claim the point, but that was a real team effort, and it was all about team defense that point. Well, they're working so hard to just block and block and block, and Evandro would have fancied it there. It's brilliant from Schultz. Rosar played his part, and then Mika manages to conjure something out of nothing to finish the job. And that 4-point lead has become a 6-point lead again, as Koika Shoji looks to just help Asseco Resovia jog over the finishing line here in this second set. Fernando looks around, who's available. Shoji picks off Sada. Mika, there's a lot of work to do there. Sada plays setter this time for Evandro, and the block was all over it. Schultz was there, Smith was there, Mika was there. There was no way through for the American. Here they come. I think it was David Smith that will get the decisive touch, but that was a 3-man wedge. Shoji continues then. Leroux has had enough. Side out, Sada Cruzeiro. But this has got one set all written all over it. Change is coming for Sada Cruzeiro. As we look once again at the Leroux cross court, it looks like Luan and Sandro may well be checking in here. It's Evandro. Well, he's going to come out. And Fernando. So Sandro, the veteran setter. That's Luan Weber, if we want to call him his full name, but he's known as Luan. And it's Sandro, the 37-year-old, that's serving. Well, Perry rather got in the way of Mika there. Are they going to get away with it? Well, this is coming back. What a chance this is. Schultz, far side, finishes the job. That's another point that Sada Cruzeiro will be looking at and saying, well, what happened there? This is not what Sada Cruzeiro need, not after that long plane journey. Yes, they've had plenty of time to rest and recuperate, but they don't want to get dragged into a long, draining match here if they can avoid it. It certainly looks like it's heading to 4 sets, despite Mateusz Mika netting there. They can just side out from here, Asseco Resovia. All the pressure is on Sada Cruzeiro. But the pressure stays on as Felipe can't do anything. Smith goes back to serve. Handled by Sada. He won't get it back. It went to Luan. He couldn't do anything. The man who could do something was big Marcin Monzonek, and the skipper knew exactly what he was going to do. Couldn't get the block in, but he could take that. Set up nicely for him. Smith. Service reception from Sada. Leroux can't find a winner. Shoji's there, back court. Schultz blocked, but they'll get another look at this. Shoji hustles in there, gives Schultz another go. Everything coming off here for Asseco Resovia. Well, again, Shoji realized that all that traffic was one side. Damien Schultz then would be all on his own, one-on-one, and Schultz said, I don't have to play power here, I can just be placing it. Smith next. Leroux Mika handles. Send it backside to Schultz. Isaac's back in though. It was Sada that got the rejection in, with Isaac right next to him. LaRue really putting something on these serves. Mika handles that, send it far side. Rossard can't get the better of Luan, who's been brought in for his defensive duty. And it's made a difference. Surely it's too late to affect the set, but nevertheless, Georgi Kretu says, I need to stop this.
They let the middle blocker, and he was on this side, on the shorter way, no? Yes. Now, you get this one, it's clear. It was a little bit different, and you took the long one. No problem. You know, he can manage. If he's staying a little bit high, he get the hands. Don't worry. Okay?
Well, they need 6 points in a hurry. LaRue, Perry picks that up. And the job is finished. Very effectively. Nice pickup from the Aussie libero there. That was a nasty one to collect. And it's the skipper that takes Asseco Resovia to set point. It's Damian Schultz, fresh off his World Championship performance, looking to level it up. Still set point. This place will erupt if the home side take this next point. Luan pushes it long, and we are level. Significant changes in terms of the personnel. The liberos are shuttling in and out, usually replacing one of the big middles. The substitutions have been sparing through the first two sets. And there's not much sign of any new faces out there at all as we get ready to start set 3. 1-1 then. David Smith opening up the third set for the host club, Asseco Resovia. Isaac, that'll improve his already impressive statistics even more. 6 of 8 attack hits. Make that 7 out of 9. Got the kill down the gut. Will now serve as well. Rossard has handled that. Rossard with no real play there at all. Fernando able to just keep it up. Mika. This is trouble. Rossard again. Didn't have a play. Might have a play now. No, he doesn't. Andro with the block. Tough point this for Thibaut Rossard. Never really had any chance of a play. That was a clever little touch that got picked up by Fernando. They kept feeding him, and that was a nasty one. They had very little to work with there, with the antenna right next to Evandro. And it was the Brazilian who won. So Isaac goes for a big one. Just a little bit too big. Let's see. Missed by much. Well, Schultz is capable of pulling an ace out of his sleeve. Not on this occasion. Sander collects. Well, Rossard with the dig there. Schultz scrubs one off the block. And Asseco Resovia stay in touch early here. Schultz. No, that wasn't one of Damien Schultz's better ones. That actually went into the lower end of the net. You're always going to get that at this level with players putting everything into their serves. Easy, safe serves just get smashed back every time. Evandro never gives anybody an easy serve. And he's come in with venom. But he too has not quite got the radar fine-tuned. Side out. Rossar. Handled by Sada. They need to get this back. They need to get Rossar out of there. Can Rodrigo find something? No, he can't. Schultz has rescued that. Mika! Oh, did it take a touch? They're saying no, and they want it reviewed. Well, again, that's the player reaction. Marcin Modzonek, in particular, is saying that took a touch. That needs to get reviewed. Modzonek now goes over to the first referee as well. Well, again, it was the reaction of the players that tells you a story, particularly from Marcin Modzonek right there. But they are unable to review. Oh no, here we go. After all that, it's as you were. Rodriguinho. Perry handles that. Modzonek finishes the job. Really good pickup backcourt from the Aussie libero. The block is good. David Smith. Oh, this was a beauty. Well, Evandro has had so much success. Not on this occasion. A strong right palm from David Smith. Marcin Modzonek is enjoying this. There wasn't much of a play there for Sada. There is a whistle, though. It's been a fascinating first 10 points here. That's why there's a whistle. See the net moving. Smith saying, yeah, I got it. LaRue. Mika handles service reception. Mika goes for third touch. And it's good enough. They tried desperately to recycle it there with Isaac. Well, he sent it past his own backcourt. And trying to get it up. It's a diving desperation effort from Isaac. But almost came off. But almost doesn't get you many points at this level. Koika Shoji with serve. Side out. Smith manages to keep it alive and then kill it. Well, the American in the middle of that one in every sense. Repelled the first time, not the second. Mateus Mika. Serginho handles that, and Isaac is not going to be beaten from there very often. He really does lower the boom. He gets such great elevation, and he drives so hard. His mid-court kills are a thing of beauty. Schultz. Sada picks it up back court. And, it was just a bit too hot. Perry thought he had a piece of that. Rodriguinho makes the breakthrough, though. Sada Cruzeiro continue to make this third set gripping. Taylor Sander continues with serve. Picked up by Mika. Schultz. The block stung the ball out of it. For Sander, no, the block working the other way this time, taking all the momentum out of it, and no block there to touch that one from Thibaut Rossard. Oh, that's a point. Asseco Resovia. Both teams had a shot at this point. It was the Frenchman whose hitting has been electrifying tonight, as well as his serving. Came out on the right end of it. Smith then. No, that would have raised the roof. It didn't miss by a lot. But it did just slither wide of the sideline. So Isaac puts most of his serves in play. Let's see if he can do another one here. Oh, a foot fault. Well, after all that build-up, that was an anticlimax. Schultz. Well, this is high-risk serving from both sides. And it has to be. Here's Evandro. Just sailed. Now this could be a pivotal moment in this third set, because it's Thibaut Rossard going back. But if he can find a little burst of serves here, he can break this third set wide open. Sada Cruzeiro will be on full alert for this. Nicely picked up by Sander. Well, the block is there, is it? No, it's still alive, but there's only a pushover opportunity there for Evandro. Mika will look to finish it. Can't do it. Rodriguinho keeps that alive, but again, no play for Evandro. They can reset here. Resovia, and they do, with Damien Schultz going cross-court. Well, that was one of those points that Resovia had control of. And particularly on the Rossard serve, when you've got a control like that, you've got to make sure you finish the job. Bad news for Sada Cruzeiro. This man's still serving. Rodriguinho does a really nice job. Fernando sets up Evandro, and Evandro does the rest. Side out, Sada Cruzeiro. They've really worked very hard on trying to neutralize the Rossard serve. And overall, Sada Cruzeiro have done a much better job, Sander in particular, but Rodriguinho as well. He'll serve next. The Brazil number 11. Nothing to choose between these two. 1 set all, 11 all. Rossard. And no winner there for Modstonek. Perry brilliant. And too long from Rossard, just as it looked like all the hard work had been done. Did it take a touch on the way through, is the question Asseco Resovia are asking. Not sure they feel any great confidence that it did. Because when you know for certain, you go, you set up to serve, and they're not. They're hoping for something here, Asseco Resovia. Are they going to get anything? No touch. Well, the LaRue forearm was very close to it, and no touch is the call. Rodriguinho will continue with serve then. Oh, that's a nasty one. Rossard's only just kept that alive. Mika finishes the job. Terrific deep kill there from Mateusz Mika. Well, wasn't exactly textbook stuff from Rossard, but he kept it alive, and Shoji managed to find one of his attackers, really the only option that was available. Brilliantly, that was a really good bit of setting there from Kawika Shoji. Here's Bozdonek. Floated one too deep. Amazingly, Asseco Resovia are challenging this. I don't think this will take us long. LaRue. Close. Well, he thought he'd got one there, Kevin LaRue, and my goodness, he wasn't far away. Shoji, the setter from Hawaii. Rodriguinho picking that one up. And Isaac can't finish the job. Rossard has kept that alive. Mika looking to keep it alive here. Can't do it. Fernando sends it over to Sada, who drives it straight at Kawika Shoji. Oh, the backcourt attack came in, timed to perfection by Thibaut Rossard, who is having quite a game. Not just as a big hitter, but also in the backcourt as well. Rossard, there he is, lurking with intent backcourt. They faked it to Smith, but Shoji knew who he was looking for. Mika floats one in. Serginho handles that pretty comfortably, and Fernando feeling that one. Rossard looking a little bit concerned on the other side in the direction of Fernando. Just reaching over there, Fernando, and Rossard is perfectly within his rights to go for that, and did. But that'll jar Fernando. The players don't like injuring other players. That's not what they're there to do. And Fernando is getting a bit of treatment while we look at that. He says he's going to tough it out. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's see if he gets subbed out. Mika continues with serve. Serginho got in front of everybody to do that. Sada. Well, that was a really well-placed cross-court. Well, you can't drop it in much better than that. Here is Taylor Sada. With serve. Oh, but you can't serve it much better than that. Mateusz Mika sprawling in vain, just diverting that ball into the crowd. So it's a cross-court kill followed by a swirling ace from Taylor Sada. And that's enough for Georgi Cretu right there.
Wait a little bit, because the last serves were always there to 6-1 now. Wait a little bit that he is not seeing. There's too much space. Okay, after the timeout, maybe the float now, and also the short. You need the help from him, and also the middle blocker. Okay?
You know he's better than me.
Yeah, I got the choice for the That's all, Hey,
So after the timeout, Taylor Sada will continue with serve. And sends in one that's way too long. There's been nothing between these two teams this whole set. Absolutely gripping. This third set could run and run unless somebody can make a break here. As we get down to the business end, usually after 16, that's when you start turning on the jets. Smith trying to turn on the jets there. Sanders picked that up. Evandro denied by Shoji. Schultz, too good for the block and too good for the diving Fernando. That's the important pickup, backcourt by Shoji. And then Schultz able to work the block. So Smith looking to try and open up some daylight here. Serginho handles that. They'll go back court and they make a mess of it. Well, Sada was just caught in no man's land there. Wasn't sure whether he should stick or twist. And in the end, did neither. So, for the first time, we have daylight between the two teams, and that's enough for Marcelo Mendez right there. It's 18-16, Asseco Resovia, set 3.
Vamos, Galera, vamos final de set ahora. Vamos de nuevo ahora, final de set. Evandro, jogue la bola que salga para que possa atacar paralela, Evandro, porque está justo en el medio la bola. Para que possa girar ahí Jorge en esa bola. Toma, meta la bola ahí. Vai, corre.
They have a slender lead here, the home side. What can they do with it? And David Smith increased the gap from 2 to 3. Here he goes. Serginho handles that, but it's an overpass. The initiative goes to the home side, and Rossar says thank you very much. That was all about service reception, or lack of it. Initiative passed straight back to Asseco Resovia. And Rossar didn't take any prisoners with that cross-court kill. Now, Resovia really are up and running. And the noise level's just getting louder and louder. Rodriguinho handles that one. Evandro gets blocked, but the block can't keep it in play. Rossar gets a pat on the back for his coach for his defensive efforts. He was there as part of that blocking scheme. How close was he to picking up a defensive point? Well, Evandro, too good. But Sada Cruzeiro have a deficit to deal with here, and it's Leonardo coming into the fray. Rossar puts that up in the air. Perry will give it back to him, and then he'll send one really long. I just wonder if there was maybe a touch of fatigue in that spike. Because it wasn't anything like the same level of authority as we've seen from the rest of them on the Frenchman, and now Leonardo has got a chance to level it up here for Sada Cruzeiro. He can't take it. Initiative remains with Asseco Resovia off the net serve. Leonardo checks back out. Fernando comes back in. Schultz goes back to serve. Those guys in the cheerleader section still won't sit down. They're standing all night. Schultz dealt with by Sada, who can't finish the job. Perry sets up Rossar, who can't get a finish. The initiative stays with the home side. Schultz zings one off the fingertips of Fernando. Well, he's found a lot of winners from that angle tonight. Damian Schultz. Georgi Kretu probably thinking to himself, why don't we play like this in the Polish league? Sada Cruzeiro forced to take another timeout. Look at what's happened since it was 16-all.
Gioca un pochettino más para atrás, abra un gioco para atrás, el gioco es más simple, los contraataques redondean un poco más. Estamos pasando la bola de otro lado.
For a 2-1 lead. Damian Schultz continuing with serve. It's a swirler. Serginho handles that. Evandro can't beat Mika. Backcourt. Rossar just has to push it over though. Initiative remains with the South Americans, and Evandro finishes the job side out. But the pressure remains on the boys in blue. They still need to find 2 points on serve just to get back level. And if Andro find anything here, Perry handles that really well. And Rossar finishes the job. Anytime you get service reception as good as that, you should secure the point. This is all about the way Luke Perry picked that up. Couldn't have put it better for Shoji, who in turn laid it on a plate for Rossar. And Rossar, if he can secure another point on serve, which he won't, just lost control of the ball toss slightly there, and a wild one ensued nevertheless. The pressure is still on as Sandro and Luan come back in for that double sub as Evandro and Fernando check out. Rodriguinho back to serve. Well, Rodriguinho needs to hurry up here. Incur the ire of the officials, and after all that, he nets. That's got the biggest cheer of the night. The place is rocking. The attempted floater from Marcin Monstonek floated away. Damian Schultz giving him a pat on the back as he sits down for Perry. Libero coming in defensively. Edging towards a 2-1 lead here, but not over the line, far from it. LaRue tries to find something. It's a nice dipping serve. Smith puts it away. Great pick-up backcourt off that nasty serve. Helps set that up. Great focus from Mateusz Mika there. Smith gets the point, but that was a big, big service reception. Now, this could be trouble. Serginho just has to push it forward and hope that Sada can find something, and he does. Well, that's a really nice bit of work on second touch here from Serginho, because that had trouble written all over it. And Serginho said, no, that's mine. I know where I'm going. And all Sandro had to do, or rather Sander had to do, was go cross court. And that was that. Now time out from George Cretu here. At set point. It's been a bit of a scrap these last few points, and they are not over the line yet.
Nice, okay? Pay attention. Yes, just attention, okay? Guys, don't show too much space because middle court is the main one, no? But we cover here.
Let's go. One reception, let's go. Come on. Timo.
So the Asseco Resovia players come back in the white heat atmosphere that is being generated in the Hala Podromi. Set point as Luan serves. Oh my goodness. That just silenced the place. They still have another set point to play with, but Luan, not only has he found a gap, but he's dropped it in beautifully. Perry let it go, thinking that was going to go long. Now then, the stuff has got on the court there from somewhere. It's nail-chewing time here. If Luan can find another one, we're going to be level again. Set point still. Perry picks that one up. Shoji finds Schultz. The blocks picked it up. Luan's hustled over there. And here's Evandro, and the block has done it again. Schultz finishing the job. Asseco Resovia taking a 2-1 lead. That was a nail-biter. And it was finished with a big defensive play. Damian Schultz to the rescue. So the big banner gets folded away. That means we're ready for the start of set 4. Taylor Sander with serve. Mika handles service reception. Rossar can't get a winner. Evandro can. Sada nets, side out. Schultz up next. Early days here in set 4. A little bit too ambitious, Damian Schultz. That brings up Isaac. Perry has done a really nice job again. Schultz can't finish the job. Terrific block. Perry with the rescue. Rossar. Brilliant pick-up backcourt from Sander. Rodriguinho scrubs it off the block. touch there. So they're not going to bother trying to get that challenged. Sada Cruzeiro making the early breakthrough then. Shoji to Rossar. Oh my goodness. Hoping for a block touch here. Did it take anything of Evandro on the way through? He'll know, of course. And none of the Sada Cruzeiro players are lining up as if they expect to be serving after this review. That's telling. And that's why Evandro would have said, don't bother guys, this one's getting overturned. Now, Rossar is up. Sada does a really nice job, but LaRue can't find the put away, but there is a call that goes against the home side. And that's why a touch there from Marcin Mozdonic on the way down. That's a frustrating one. There's the side out. More frustration this time for Evandro. Mozdonic up next. Rodriguinho. Well, Mozdonic was almost caught in two minds backcourt there. Do I try and pick this up? Do I let it go? And in the end, he kind of did neither. Rodriguinho then at 5-3. Sada Cruzeiro looking to turn this into a tiebreaker. Nice pick up, Rodriguinho backcourt. And that's set up. Evandro and Cruzeiro are off to a blistering start in this fourth set. Very early days, but we could be heading to a decider here. A lot of effort went into that last set from Asseco Resovia. They just get the sense they're feeling a little bit of an emotional letdown after grinding out that third. They need to respond quickly. Rodriguinho serves Mika. Well, it's all rather going wrong here for Asseco Resovia. David Smith with a quizzical look. Georgi Gretu has seen enough already.
This side, if he's going with you to your shoulder, the long way behind is 1 against 1. Even if you're gonna arrive, you can cut only the diagonal. Now, just focus on this situation. Maybe after the timeout, we're gonna have a change of the direction of this one. He can go also there, no? To one. Hey!
Well, the good news for Asseco Resovia is that it's early in the set. The bad news is a 4-point deficit at this level of competition is always hard to pull back. They'll just have to try and take it in little bites. But what they mustn't do is let it grow any bigger. First, force the side out. Rodriguinho will have other ideas about that, of course. But that's helped him out. Rodriguinho goes long. There's the side out. This is where you start thinking of pulling back those points one at a time. Let's see if Kawika Shoji can find one on his serve. Rodriguinho's picked that up. Nothing doing there for Evandro, so there's a real chance here. And that is Rossard back to what he does so well. And there is one of those points pulled back right there. Well, this had trouble written all over it from the Brazilian perspective. Once this was falling for the Asseco Resovia, number 9. Watch out. Cracking the 100-kilometer mark for speed. He's having quite a night. Shoji's serve is picked up by Rodriguinho. Sada finishes the job. And it's Leroux back to serve next for the South Americans, the Frenchman. Perry does really well with that, and Schultz finishes the job. Another really good pickup. Luke Perry, the little Aussie libero. Kind of a shaky start to this match in terms of his service reception, but it's just got better and better and better as he's warmed to it. You would think that Sada Cruzeiro might have noticed this and just started to serve elsewhere, because Perry's picking everything up at the moment. Mika serves Sander, who will get third touch as well, and that was never in doubt. The old story of service reception is solid. Third touch should be the kill. It was there. Well, I've heard of not giving up a point, but as that's going into the cheerleader section, Leandro might as well stop running. Didn't want to give it up, though. And the man with the hot arm right now is Thibaut Rossard. And Kawika Shoji is looking for the number 9 at every opportunity, and rightly so. Here's Smith with serve. Side out. Sander. Schultz had to go for the touch. Couldn't do much with it either. No, that's asking a lot for Rossard, and he couldn't find a kill. Backcourt, Sander sends it out. Ooh, that's a missed opportunity. Oh, he knows it. Well, they had Asseco Resovia rocking there. The initiative was with them, and Sander couldn't find the court. Schultz then. Oh, can he conjure up another ace? He's overdue. Haven't had one from Damien for a while. Right on cue. Well, always a threat. And how Rodriguinho would like to have this one back. Again, just caught in two minds. Was it going in? Was it dropping out? In the end, stick or twist, and he did neither. So Schultz looking to try and level it back up here, and does! Back-to-back aces from the World Championship gold medalists. And a 4-point deficit has been wiped out very quickly indeed by Asseco Resovia. But this time it's Serginho making the bad decision in the backcourt. Now, is it going to be 3 in a row here for Damien Schultz? Rodriguinho gets plenty under that. Can't get a winner. Perry will pick it up after the block took all the sting out of it. And Rossard with touch. Keeps the bandwagon rolling on for Asseco Resovia. Well, so much of the offensive work tonight for Asseco has been coming from Schultz and from Rossard. They are heavily involved now. Too heavily for Marcelo Mendes. He's had enough.
La cosa es rodar bola, galera. Rodemos bola las veces que es necesaria. Y no tomemos puntos tontos. Dejemos la bola en el medio de la cuadra, sí, y comencemos de acá para abajo, galera. Vamos. Estamos trabajando bien en la defensa, Ali no están rodando bola. Sí, el problema es que tenemos nosotros que pegamos esa secuencia, que nos meten un saque y no rodamos bola. Tenemos que estar más atentos a eso.
Well, job number one for Sada Cruzeiro, get this man out of the rotation. Damian Schultz is stood back there saying, I've got plenty more coming for you. Schultz finally nets, so the timeout did the job of breaking Schultz's momentum. So the good news for Sada Cruzeiro, Schultz is out of there. The bad news, their 4-point lead is gone. But it's all to play for here in this fourth set. A set that Sada Cruzeiro have to win to force a decider. Once again going big is Isaac. And then Schultz goes big as well, but that's picked up by the block. And then Felipe scrubs one off the block. So Isaac will stay in. And Isaac's serve has proved troublesome tonight. Rossar picks that up brilliantly backcourt. Schultz goes cross court. And there is a call there that goes against the Brazilians. Let's see what LaRue was guilty of there. That's what he was guilty of. Contact at the net from the French middle blocker. He and this man, Thibaut Rossard, teammates in the French World Championship squad in Bulgaria. So Fernando's got to do some work there, and LaRue takes a freebie. Look how high Kevin LaRue takes this. Here's Evandro. Picked up by Mika. Shoji has his options. Look for Mozdonic, who's been pretty quiet as an offensive weapon this set. It was there as a blocker. Oh, they want a double touch. They're not getting it. And it's still not over. Mozdonic denied a winner. Will he be denied again? No, he won't. The skipper had to wait for that one. These fans will say that was worth the wait. They're still hugely happy there as Marcin Mozdonic has gone over to the referee just to say, well, what about the double touch? Not in the end. Although the Brazilians kept it alive, Mozdonic is able to have the final word in that rally. And all that means we're level. So Mozdonic will serve. Not a good service reception from Sander. Well, Felipe will look like the guilty man for pushing that spike horribly wide, but that was all on service reception. That had Sada Cruzeiro on the back foot. Mozdonic will continue then. No, he won't. Side out. Well, the third set was a nail-biter. We've got the regular double substitution coming in with Luan and Sandro replacing Evandro and Fernando. That's the regular double substitution that Marcelo Mendes employs. With Felipe back serving at 14 all, set 4. Perry again with a really good service reception, and what about that block? That's the block of the night. Rossard was flying in full speed. The form he's in at the moment, you'd back him every time, except against his fellow Frenchman. And it's Kevin LaRue that comes out on top of that battle. When LaRue was injured in that World Championship, they were not the force until he came back. Rossar has rescued that, but this could be trouble. In fact, this could be a lot of trouble. Felipe's just got to hoist that up there, and Sada just has to dump it over. Smith handles it, and then Schultz drives it cross court. We stay level. There's been some really high-quality cross-court hitting in this match. Evandro on one side, Schultz on the other. Shoji goes for a big one. Felipe handles that. Sander picked up nicely by Mika. And Mika manages to fudge himself a winner. Put nothing on it. So when it made contact with the block, there was no momentum. It just dropped to the earth. Well, that was the great defensive work from Mateusz Mika, and this was the clever one. Might even have been a miss hit. There was no miss hit about that. That's a clean ace. Kawika Shoji serving Felipe. That's enough for Marcelo Mendes. For the first time in this fourth set, Asseco Resovia have a bit of daylight. Trailing early. They managed to level it up. Now they pulled in front.
6-1, 6-1 es más fuerte de él, 6-1 es más fuerte de él, o si hace alguna variación. Vamos a asegurarla en un medio de la cuadra la bola. Todo poco y nada. Vamos a fechar la entrada. Todo para entrada. Primera bola,
Well, it's not too late for Sada Cruzeiro. This is the slenderest of advantages. But you do get the sense that this is a point they must not allow Asseco Resovia to win, because that would make it a 3-point gap. And this late in the set, it might be too much. Pressure time then for Sada Cruzeiro. Can Sander find a winner? No. Nothing doing. Rossar was back there. Schultz works the block. That was a big point from Damian Schultz, who showed all his poise and experience there to get the better of Taylor Sander. If he tried for the big hit, this might not have worked out. Instead, just a little push. No momentum to bring it back. Worked it brilliantly there, Schultz. Now they have this where they want it, the home side. And Shoji come up with another serve that keeps the Brazilians on the back foot. No. They judged it. Shoji said, well, I thought that was in. Probably best not to challenge that. Here's LaRue. They need this. Perry, brilliant again. Mika scrubs one off the block. Well, he's been very efficient and effective, Mateusz Mika. Whilst Rossar and Schultz have been garnering the headlines, Mika has very efficiently done what has been needed, both offensively and defensively tonight. He'll now serve at 1916, excuse me. Make that 1917 after Isaac goes to work off the quick set. Well, you don't stop those. Fernando with Sada Cruzeiro desperate for a point on serve. They need 2. Rossar handles a pretty tame service reception, and then Serginho picks up Schultz's effort. Well, they paid the price for that. There is one of those points. Well, Evandro, reliable as ever. Goes cross court. Fernando looking to level it up. Rossar handles. Ooh, there's no take there for Smith. But it's Rossar defensively coming to the rescue. The man who's spiking has been a difference maker tonight comes up with a big defensive point right here that keeps Asseco Resovia in control of their own destiny. Side out. Smith to serve at 20-18. There's trouble here. Ivandro's just got to smack that over and hope. What a chance. Rossar takes that chance with one fist. Not one of his highlight reel power kills here from Thibaut Rossar, but it was just what was needed. It was effective. It was finding some space. And it pushes the Poles 1 point closer to wrapping up a come from behind 3-1 win here. Yeah, there's some stuff just getting cleared off the court before we can continue. That's where this stuff is coming from. An overheated crowd getting excited. Shoji looks like he's catching an insect. He's got it. We don't want it on the court. Somebody could slip over and turn an ankle. Now play can resume. David Smith. Handled by Felipe. Got to be a winner from Ivandro. It took a touch on the way through. The Brazilians playing a bit of Bee Gees music here. They're staying alive. Sada with the serve. It's a beauty. What a rescue from Shoji. And then after all that, Damian Schultz, of all people, nets. That rescue from Shoji was absolutely stunning. The service reception from Mika for once was horrible. Goodness knows how Shoji's got to that. And then Schultz. Well, just don't think he was expected to come back.
One here, and you know that he likes this turn. You have to pay attention on the net because a lot
exactly.
of
Kratu saying to Schultz, pay attention.
The net, okay? Pay attention, don't leave the position. Guys, tranquilly, we take this one.
Well, another point on the Sada serve, and we're level. Schultz looking to atone, and does. He was probably still kicking himself about the previous point, because he'll know he could have done better there. This one had to be good, and it was. You don't win world championships dwelling on mistakes. Now, if he can find another ace, we're just about done and dusted where this one's concerned. Schultz with serve. It's a swirler to Felipe. Isaac can't find a winner. Mika is back there. Rossar blocked out of it. Kept alive. Shoji takes it on second touch. It was wide open for the Hawaiian setter, and he gratefully accepted the present. Here it comes. Everyone's expecting the set. Shoji had other ideas. But he knows they're nearly there. 2 points to seal this one. Here's Schultz still. Serving Serginho. Isaac. Schultz almost got something under that, which would have been borderline miraculous, because when Isaac sends down a kill, they stay dead. Isaac can also serve a bit. And if he can get a point here, Sada Cruzeiro certainly aren't dead. 23-21. Point of no return this for Sada Cruzeiro. What can Isaac come up with? Mika's handled that brilliantly. Oh, and the block was there. Kevin LaRue keeps the lifeline alive. Now it's nail-chewing time again. What a good match this has been. I think most neutrals would happily see this one go to a decider. For that to happen, Isaac needs another point on serve. Schultz picked up backcourt brilliantly by Sander. Felipe picked up brilliantly by Perry, backcourt. Schultz again goes for the push. Can't get it. Fernando takes that. Evandro goes for a bit of finesse. And we are level. Brilliantly played point by both sides. And Asseco Resovia's lead has gone. That's all about touch from Evandro. There was a postage stamp size hole to drop that ball in, and he found it. Isaac looking to turn this fourth set on its head. He's already secured 2 points on serve. Is this number 3? Mika's handled it again. Rossar blocked out of it. Mika's got to go back again. Rossar with another chance. Drives it down the line. It's match point. Sada Cruzeiro not happy. Well, the call has gone Sada Cruzeiro's way. It's the challenge coming from Asseco Resovia. Is there a block touch? At the moment, it's set point for the South Americans. If that gets overturned, it's match point. What a moment this is. Well, does it get anything of Evandro? No, it does not. So, Isaac looking to complete the comeback. It's 3 points in a row. If it's 4, we're going into a decider. Rossar handles. Rossar finishes. We're level. Service reception was perfect, and Shoji had no hesitation in setting up the Frenchman there. Everybody's on their feet. It's 24-all. The atmosphere here is vibrant and electric. Rossar goes for the big jumper. Felipe's got something on that, goodness knows how. Evandro. Well, that's big. That's really big. Not only does it take Sada Cruzeiro to set point, it gets Rossar out of there. So Evandro now looking to wrap it up, take it to a decider. We've got a chance. Mika's kept that alive. Rossar's got to do it, and he can't. Fernando, of all people, pops up with the big block. Now, is this one going to get disputed? It's in the books as a 26-24 win in that fourth set. But there's a net touch challenge coming in from Asseco Resovia. It looks like an act of desperation, but at this stage of the set, you might as well do it. Hope you get something. Well, Kevin LaRue's face says not a chance. Damian Schultz is just hoping for the best. Any touch? No, nothing there. That's off the ball. We are going into a decider. Wow. That was impressive. Well, is it going to be home comfort or a South American samba tonight? We're about to find out. It will be David Smith to get this decider underway when everybody is ready and happy. And that's the problem. There's still bits of ticker tape falling down. That's a safety issue. The fans still in full voice when it comes down to this. Fifth set decider, Asseco Resovia's David Smith to get things underway. Fernando looks for Sada. And that is Sada Cruzeiro on the board first. Sada with the cross court. So close. Pulling off the dig here, Smith. LaRue then. He nets. Now Schultz. Well, we'll all see what he can do. Nicely picked up by Felipe and put away by Isaac. No, he's pushed it wide. My goodness. That might be the first that he has pushed wide all night. I mean, he's automatic. He's just mishit that. He's hit it straight at Jorge Cretu's feet. That is a huge miss from Isaac. Schultz. Serves Serginho. Evandro has gone very, very wide as well. That's a couple of really sloppy spikes from Sada Cruzeiro here at the start of this fifth set. Well, maybe they're having a reaction to the huge effort that they put in to securing that fourth set. Both teams take 1 point out of this. The winning team will take 2. The loser will take 1. That could help determine a tiebreaker. Schultz goes long. Nobody's thinking tiebreakers and permutations just yet. They just want to secure the 2 points that will come from victory in this 5-setter. Fernando. Mika again, rock solid. Schultz. Can't get a winner. Sada. Look to try and finesse one. Schultz picked that one up. Rosar blocked out of it. Oh, yes. Sada Cruzeiro back in business. Well, Rosar has picked up so many winners. He must have thought, here comes another one. But Evandro making sure that that one dropped in. Mika again handling serve and a miss. Connection there with Goika Shoji. Well, the momentum shifting here. What on earth happened with Shoji there? It's horrendous. Something like that probably will not happen again. Rosar can't beat the block. Serginho is back there. And Perry can't keep that alive. Well, they're running away with it here. Sada Cruzeiro, Sada coming to life. Jorge Cretu saying, well, this is still early enough to try and do something about this. But this is a worrying start to this decider for the home side. Let's look at that. 4 points without reply.
No problem, tranquilo. Guys, watch out now on these conflicts. He just go there to catch the middle court for the serve, okay? Mojdi. Yeah. Let's change the call. Where this? Change the call, okay? Yeah. Go it a little bit with him more to this side to see what's happened because they have this one. Come on, let's fight. Every point now.
One more time. I mean.
Well, after the timeout, this is a point Asseco Resovia have to have. They've got to knock Fernando out of the rotation. Mika has not made a very good job of that. Schultz has got a lot of work to do here and can't find a winner. Serginho was back there, but Isaac is blocked out of it. Marcin Modzonek. Shoji was right alongside him. Well, this may well have been the big middle. Let's come up with this. Let's have another look. Indeed it was. The captain getting great penetration and elevation. Now, can Rossard conjure up one of his sizzling serves? And even Thibaut Rossard, I'm sure, would admit, yeah, that was a bit of luck. Well, the final bell's not ringing here yet. Not by a long, long chalk. We're level again. Rossard goes for another sizzler. Serginho picks that one up. They'll send it far side where Taylor Sada comes up with the goods. We don't need to see whether a ball is in or out in this arena. You can tell from the crowd reaction. That one coming off the fingertips. Sada with serve. Mika handles that. Shoji sends it backside for Schultz, who nets. That was a big miss. Well, Taylor Sada can go for that one. The knowledge that it's his side that's got the edge again. As big Marcin Modzonek goes back to serve. With Asseco Resovia chasing this one, needing a point to level it up. He's a crafty server, Modzonek. Won't beat you with speed, but will with guile. Not on that occasion. Felipe handled that really comfortably, and it's been dispatched by Evandro backside. And the two teams will turn around, and Marcin Modzonek wanted something a little bit tricky with his serve. He came up with probably the flattest serve of the entire match. So Sada Cruzeiro keep their noses in front as we get to the turnaround. It was Santos and his brilliant burst of serves at the back end of that fourth set that kept Sada Cruzeiro alive. Can he find something else here? Oh, he's come up with a foot fault again. Well, he came up with an early one. You're always going to get that with the Isaac serve because he puts so much in. That one was a shocker both ways because not only did he foot fault, but he netted as well. No doubt Asseco Resovia fans are thinking, why did he do that at the end of the fourth set? Save us this agony. Luika Shoji serving at 7-8. Sada picks that one up. Fernando sets up Evandro, who goes cross-court, as he's done all night with authority. Perfect execution. And Sada Cruzeiro trying to grind their way to the finish line here. Evandro with serve. Perry's picked that up. They'll send it backside. Nothing doing. Yes, but it goes out. Well, again, Mika's never going to dazzle you with his power, but his touch and his placement and his finesse are always seemingly very effective. Too effective there for Kevin Leroux. Now, Mika's serve is next up on the agenda. Felipe handles that. Evandro takes care of the rest. It's almost redundant to say that Evandro's found a cross-court winner, because he's just been finding them all night long. That one takes Sada Cruzeiro to within 5 points of wrapping this up, but the lead is still a slender one. They need an insurance point on their own serve. Will Felipe provide it for them here? Nope. Well, has Smith got something still in the tank? The man who started the match with that long, wild serve has been rock solid ever since. And he'll get a point on serve. No, he sends in another deep one. Had to go for the aggressive serve, of course. He'll be annoyed with himself that he didn't keep it in play, of course. So it's Sada Cruzeiro who remain in control here with Kevin LaRue, not the most devastating server, but what can he conjure up? Mika handles that. Schultz is blocked out of it, and that just might be the end of the road for Asseco Resovia. Isaac was certainly over there. Did he get the decisive touch on this one? Timeout has been called. Schultz has to win this battle. It's Sander that gets it. And Sada Cruzeiro look like they've got this one right where they want it now.
Focus for the next side out. This is the most important. You have just to keep high. Keep the height. He's coming back. Be patient. Even if he's 1 against 1, we play again, guys. Okay? Sada, let's go. We're still here. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go now.
We're still here, says Gheorghe Cretu. But only just. The exit sign is flashing here for Asseco Resovia. They are 3 points down in the decider. Sada Cruzeiro need 3 more points to wrap up a 3-2 win. Sandro and Luan ready to check in for Sada Cruzeiro, with Evandro and Fernando sitting down. They looked out on their knees, Sada Cruzeiro, at the end of that 4th set. And then Isaac serving gave them the lifeline, and it looks like they're going to translate that into a 5-set victory here. The floater floats on. Kevin LaRue just pushes it long. This is last chance time for Asseco Resovia as we look at this. The side out puts the ball in the hands of Damian Schultz. The big blocking Bartolome Lemansky comes in for Shoji. That's the little and large show right there. The 2.17 meters of Bartolome Lemansky. He's in there for one thing and one thing only. The 2 players subbed out, subbed back in again. They need Lemansky alongside Mozdonek to effect a block here. Schultz right now is thinking ace. It's a big one. Sanders done brilliantly, but it's first touch and it's been put away. Rossar. Well, I said he'd done brilliantly. Sander did brilliantly just to get anything underneath it, but it turned out to be an overpass and an easy put away. Well, there's one of those points they need. Bartolome Lemansky, the big middle blocker, stays in. Timeout is called by Marcelo Mendez. With Sada Cruzeiro so close, but they've got to get Schultz out of there.
Gioca bien encima, encima de la cabeza. Encima de la cabeza. Vamos por encima. Vai alto 5, así libera él.
His serving has been sensational tonight. Can he conjure up another one here to draw Asseco Resovia level? It's all on the shoulders of Damian Schultz right now. And he's just put too much on it. In fact, he's put quite a lot on it. He's had a big game tonight, though. Big Lemansky will sit down. wasn't needed in the end. Shoji comes back in. Fernando serving at 13-11. Resovia must side out. Shoji to Rossar. Rossar can't side out. Felipe rescues that. They'll send it far side. And Taylor Sada takes Sada Cruzeiro to match point. Some terrific defensive work in the backcourt. Felipe absolutely stunning. And then the cross-court winner from Sada sets up match point. Fernando serving. Schultz blocked. There is a whistle. It goes against Sada Cruzeiro. They're saying, look at it. Well, there's definite contact there. If they try and challenge that, they're going to lose. And they don't. Well, Thibaut Rossard, and it really is last chance salute now. 2 points needed. He's pushed that a bit forward. Got away with it. Felipe's brilliant. Sada looking to finish the job. Perry's there. Mika with touch. Felipe's back there. They'll send it over to Evandro. Blocked out of it. The skipper, Marcin Modzonek. They won't let it go, Asseco Resovia. They save one match point. And a timeout. What a match this has been.
Izquierda, izquierda. Izquierda, izquierda o abra para aquí. Sí, izquierda, si no viene mal, abra para aquí. Vamos. Vamos.
3 match points for Sada Cruzeiro. They've only got one left. But a match point it still is. The pressure remains on Asseco Resovia here. And in particular, Thibaut Rossard. He's had some devastating moments in this match. Can he come up with another one here? They need another huge serve from the Frenchman. Here he goes. And it's blocked again. Modzonek, back-to-back stuff blocks, takes out Taylor Sada. Asseco Resovia fight off 3 match points. Stunning. Talk about leading by example. What about that? From Modzonek. Well, that's Marcelo Mendes desperately hoping there's a net touch here. Good luck with that. We are level. That is a sensational comeback from Asseco Resovia. Now, who can find the extra gear? Rossard. It's a brilliant one. Felipe's kept it alive. There's not much on here for Evandro, and he's pushed it way long. There was no play there for him at all. It's now match point. Asseco Resovia. They're going to get it reviewed because Evandro certainly felt that touched an Asseco Resovia fingertip on the way through. But the last call was an act of desperation, and I don't think there's much conviction in this one either. Did it get anything on the way through? Nothing doing. They're out. They're done. No more challenges for Sada Cruzeiro. Having saved 3 match points, Asseco Resovia now at match point themselves. Everybody in the arena standing. Can they wrap it up? Rossard pushes it long. But that burst of serving has kept Asseco Resovia in this. If you've got nails left, start chewing them now. 15 all, we're going all the way. Sada. Perry picks that one up off the floor. Schultz renewed hostility from Damian Schultz. Looks like he's found his mojo again after he'd gone a little bit flat. This had to be good from Damian Schultz, and it was. It's match point. Asseco Resovia once more, and it's Marcin Modzonek, the captain, the man whose back-to-back stuffed blocks kept his side alive, trying to wrap it up here. That's not the best service reception. There's a chance, a real chance. Mika wins it for Asseco Resovia. That was absolutely brilliant entertainment. Get that party started. Asseco Resovia are back in business. Didn't he play his part? My goodness me, without those two stuff blocks from Marcin Modzonek, this place would be empty by now. That was a sensational match. It really was. It had everything. 4 out of the 5 sets. Razor tight. And in the end, home advantage has proved to be a difference maker. Asseco Resovia get a win. Fighting off 3 match points. Sada Cruzeiro couldn't seal the deal. And it's home comforts for Asseco Resovia, who will take the 2 points, and more importantly, the win.